I've never known anything but here, so it's going to be different going up there in Michigan, figuring out what certain things are happening there and like how does like campus life work, and being on my own. Pretty much, I've never been on my own, so it's just going to be different to see how that is. I have a younger sister, Chandler, and mom and dad. You know, we're pretty close. It's going to be weird, like leaving them next year and not being able to see them immediately and all that. But, you know, we got to figure it out. And they're having a rough time right now, too, with me leaving. I am, even though I'm not really showing it so much. Well, at first, they were kind of scared because I told them I wanted to get out of Texas. They didn't know I wanted to go on the other side of the country. It was definitely different for them to know that, but they know a little bit of Michigan State, a little bit about Coach Izzo, and when we went up there, they learned a whole lot, and they were really committed with me going there, and they were all for it, so I'm glad that they supported that.
Michigan State has taken control. The winner shares the Big Ten title with Purdue. Oh, the stuff for Tillman off the hand of Winston. This place has just been magical. Awesome.
My official visit was a big factor in that. Going up there and seeing them play Michigan on senior night and doing like a Big Ten regular season title, it was just huge, and the atmosphere there was crazy, and you know, I loved it. And I knew after the game I had to commit, and so I made sure I let Coach know the next day, and it was just a great day after that.
I think it's going to be a good fit because he really is about the relationship with his teammates. He really cares about that. He's a good teammate. He looks out for his teammates. Half of his junior year he was hurt, and he never drew attention to himself that he wasn't able to play. He cheered really hard for his teammates. He picked people up. I think that really had a lot to do with how he was able to lead and saw that he could have an impact even when he wasn't playing. He cares about other people and cares about the relationships that go into the teams. The thing that's special about Julius is he's very, very confident, but he's very, very humble too. So I think there's an element of I can do this, but I know I have to get better. There's a let's see attitude, and I think that let's see attitude is going to drive him. But you know, anytime you go up levels, there's going to be an adjustment level. It's hard to take credit for a kid who's talented and motivated, you know, and they get out there and do the work. So I think we run a pretty tight ship here, but I don't think he's been challenged like he's about to be.
I'm very nervous and excited. I'm not too worried about getting yelled at or anything. You know, I've been used to that. I can take that. But just trying to figure out how I fit in is like the biggest thing. And you know, going to Coach Izzo and playing for him, that's huge, and that's one of those lifelong dreams of mine. Just playing for a great coach like that, Hall of Fame coach, and the fact that I get to do that is just great. Everyone's been talking to me about using my time wisely as far as getting in the classroom and then making time to work out, and then also time for socializing, like prioritizing that very well is going to be a big task for me, but I'm working on it and getting better, so that's a big thing for me. I have a great family right now, and I'm hoping from what I've talked to them about, they have similar values as me, and hopefully I go in next year and create a new family that I love just as much as my own.
MSG is sold out. We got Michigan State and Kentucky.
Are you serious? Number 1 and number 2 to kick off the season. I'm like a kid in a candy store, man. This is unbelievable.
Like going in a game, I'm like looking around in the crowd. I'm like, wow, you know, I'm in Madison Square Garden, you know, mecca basketball. That's, you know, every basketball player dreams of playing there. And I'm playing there in my first college game. I can't really describe it, but it was just one of those, you know, goosebumps just walking in the game and then realizing, oh, I got to play a basketball game now. It was just wow. And, you know, I texted my mom and dad afterwards, like right after the game, just telling them, you know, I got in, I played, you know, I'm, you know, the arena's crazy. This is just weird, you know. I don't know how to explain it, but, you know, I love it. And, you know, they just text me back and just, you know, very positive. Always, like, you know, it's only the beginning. You're going to have more memories here. And to see that I'm doing this now and playing here, it's a blessing, honestly. You know, I got here and then went straight to my dorm, saw that I was rooming with Malik for the summer. And it was just like, oh, wow, you know, I'm really in college now. I'm really here in Michigan, and you know, and I'm like far away from my family, and I got to do this all on my own. The training camp was pretty fun as far as the weightlifting challenges and getting better each day and just, you know, bonding with the guys all summer. The most challenging part was probably adjusting to the schedule for the most part, because high school I went from maybe lifting twice a week to here we're lifting like 4 times a week sometimes, and on top of practices, and that was really tough for me at the beginning. I didn't know how to deal with it. And, luckily I talked to the guys and they're like, yeah, no, we went through the same thing, so you're going to be fine. Just, keep sticking with it and it'll become normal for you.
Julius Marble, those are his first points as a Michigan State Spartan. The freshman from Dallas, Texas, puts it in with a left hand.
He got to the rim.
Whoa, speaking of getting to the rim, Lawyer up top. And Julius Marble with a one-handed flush.
For being honest, I mean, I've done that before, so it didn't feel like any different than that. Everyone made it a big deal because it's like, it was a pretty cool dunk. Looking back on it, looking at the crowd going crazy, catchers on the bench, like, oh my gosh, just seeing all the guys do that, that was probably better than the actual dunk. Took me out and he just pulled me to the side and he's just like, great dunk, but you didn't get up on that ball screen, this and that. That just shows you that, they're just trying to get the best out of you, and, they'll compliment you on doing great things like that, but they also want you to show your best self on the court. So I'm glad he did that to keep me in check a little bit. Playing for Tom Izzo, it's been great, honestly. He's exactly what they said that he was going to be, and, I wanted that. I wanted someone who's going to be on you and get the best out of you, and I'm glad that he's been doing that for me so far.
We're always looking for our kind of guys, OKGs we call them. And Julius Marble's our kind of guy. He's bright, he's tough, he works, he cares. I think you're gonna see Julius Marble like an Andre Hudson of the past, like an Ellen Aganya, where guys that come in a little gruffer, but have the toughness and the work ethic and the intelligence to become great. And I think you're gonna see a great player before he leaves.
I feel like what I need to do as far as getting us to that ultimate goal is just keep doing my role and keep doing my job. That's the biggest thing that they told me. There's always little goals that we want to get to as well, winning regular season, Big Ten, and then Big Ten tournament, and then winning Natty. Like, there's steps to it. There's a process, and we understand that. And I think everyone in the locker room understands you got to take it game by game, and can't win a national championship without winning the games necessary for it.
This kid is a very good student, been raised really well. Time management's not a problem. Strength and size at 6'8", 230, 225, whatever he is, he's got enough strength and enough size for me. The speed of the game has been something he's had to adjust to, and the game gets quicker. You gotta think it quicker, you gotta react quicker. But he was really well coached in high school, really well coached, and he was really well raised. So all those things make a big difference for Julius. He came from the high school of Jordan Spieth. So I said his goal should be to make that the high school of Julius Marble.